God does not lie. Numbers 2:19. God is not man that he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not fulfill it? Numbers 23:19. How many times have you been let down by someone's words? A promise that sounded sincere, but never happened. A yes that turned into radio silence. A politician's pledge. A friend's "I've got your back." Or even your own New Year's resolution that faded by February. In a world full of broken promises, shifting opinions, and people who say one thing but do another, we crave something or someone we can actually count on. Into that craving, the Bible drops one of the most comforting and powerful truths about God. It comes from an unlikely source, the pagan prophet Balaam, hired by a fearful king to curse Israel. But instead of cursing, Balaam ends up blessing because he encounters the unchanging character of the living God. Here is what he declares: God is not man that he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not fulfill it? This verse is a rock-solid anchor for your soul in 2026. God is not like us. He does not lie. God is not man that he should lie. Humans lie for all kinds of reasons: fear, self-protection, convenience, pride. We exaggerate. We spin the truth. We make promises we can't or won't keep. But God is in a completely different category. He is not human. He cannot lie because truth is part of his very nature. He is truth. Every word he speaks is reliable, accurate, and trustworthy. This means when God says he loves you, it's not empty sentiment. When God promises forgiveness to those who repent and trust Christ, it's guaranteed. When God warns about the consequences of sin, it's not a scare tactic. In a culture where my truth often replaces objective truth, and where deepfakes, AI-generated content, and spin make it hard to know what's real, God reminds us, there is one whose word never wavers. You can build your life on what God has said. God does not change his mind like we do, or a son of man that he should change his mind. We change our minds all the time. Plans shift because of new information, emotions, or pressure. Circumstances make us flip-flop, but God's purposes are settled from eternity. He sees the end from the beginning. Nothing surprises him. Nothing forces him to revise his plan. This is called the immutability of God. He does not change. His character stays the same. His promises remain firm. His love for his people doesn't fluctuate with our performance. King Balak wanted Balaam to curse Israel, but God had already blessed them. Balaam couldn't override God's word. No one can. What God has purposed, he will accomplish. God always does what he says. The rhetorical questions drive it home. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not fulfill it? The expected answer is a resounding no. God's track record is perfect. Think about it. He promised Abraham a son and a nation, and delivered. He promised to rescue Israel from Egypt and split the sea. He promised a Messiah who would crush the serpent's head, and sent Jesus. Jesus promised to rise on the third day, and the tomb was empty. Every promise God has made, He has kept or will keep, especially the gospel promises. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. Romans 10:9. That is rock solid. Living with confidence in a faithful God. What does Numbers 23:19 mean for your everyday life right now? When doubts attack, remind yourself, God is not a liar. His word stands even when your feelings scream otherwise. When waiting feels endless, God doesn't change His mind. The delay is part of His wise plan, not a broken promise. When the world feels unstable, anchor your hope in the unchanging God. Careers shift, relationships change, cultures swing wildly, but He remains the same. When sharing your faith, you're not offering opinions or hype. You're pointing people to the God who always keeps His word. This truth should produce deep peace and bold obedience. You can obey God's commands with confidence because the one who calls you is faithful to finish what He started in you. Trust the God who cannot lie. If you've been burned by broken promises and you're wondering if anyone is truly reliable, look to Jesus. He is the ultimate proof that God keeps His word. The Father promised salvation through His Son, and Jesus accomplished it fully on the cross and through the empty tomb. If you've never trusted Him, today can be the day. Come to the God who does not lie. Confess your sin. Believe in Jesus' death and resurrection for you, and receive the forgiveness and new life He has promised. For those who already follow Christ, rest in this truth this week. When anxiety rises, when people disappoint you, when culture shifts, go back to Numbers 23:19. God has spoken. He will fulfill it. Faithful Father, thank you that you are not like us. You do not lie. You do not change your mind. You always do what you say. Forgive us for the times we doubt your promises or live as if your word is unreliable. Thank you for proving your faithfulness supremely in Jesus Christ, your greatest yes to every promise. Strengthen our trust in you. Help us live with bold confidence because we serve a God who cannot fail. Go out this week standing on the solid rock of God's unchanging word. He has said it. He will do it. He has spoken. He will fulfill it. Rest in that. Live in that. Share that. To God alone be the glory.